5's Chad Petrie has the story.
When you get a fast food meal, no one expects to be called a little ugly dude. We get
MICAH Beats activated.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go.
Just another day on the couch, talking about all the problems of today. Yes. Welcome back to another episode of Just Therapy. It is another beautiful Monday evening, y'all. So you already know what it is. Hopefully your work Monday did not go too bad, but we are here to end your Monday evening with some therapy on the couch. And as always, I got my co-host with the mostest by my side, BBC in the building. What up, sis?
Greetings, everybody. I still got love, her name on there. I forgot to take it off.
It's all right.
Yeah. Hi, bro. How are you?
Being blessed, loving life, same old, just, little computer issues. So I'm on the phone today, but, we're going to make it do what it do,
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm really feeling under the weather, but I still wanted to come and show up for you guys. So I might just, give y'all everything that I can give you.
I appreciate it, but we don't want you doing too much now.
That's what I do. I'm a little sister. I do too much.
That's what's up. Well, it is always great to see you. Big shout out to last week's guest. Love Freely was in the building on the couch. It was a great episode. Make sure you check that out and see it when you get a chance. Listen to it on Spotify, rewatch it on here, but it was an amazing show, man. She had a lot of insight, has her hats in a bunch of different things, man. She amazing person to get to know and actually hear her story. And she's done a lot and is doing a lot. So kudos to her, but make sure you check that out. Love Freely was in the building. Last week, courtesy of BBC.
Yes, she's doing so. I'm so proud of her. Her growth and so amazing. And her partner that she sings with, her band, everything. They're actually on the road right now. They just left, I think, yesterday.
That's what's up. Always working. That's always a good thing. When you're always working, it's a great thing. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, I know how I be. Always working, always moving and grooving, weekends, stuff like that. So always good, man. Always good. I'm about to get back on that grind in a second. So, I was coming in, finishing the year off strong, started the year off strong, slow down a little bit, but got stuff coming up. So it is what it is. Always got to make it happen,
Right.
So you filled in this past Sunday, right? This past weekend.
Friday.
For your boy Carlos Jones. How'd that show go?
It was really amazing. I was sad that that the way that I got the show, but I was honored to be offered to stand in for one of the biggest reggae artists here in Cleveland.
Nice.
and it was a sold out show, over 300 people, I believe. The place was packed. I opened up for the Arc Band, which is one of the biggest bands out of Columbus, but they're an international band as well. And Mark Hunter, and it was really, really amazing. We didn't have much time. I think we got that show on like Tuesday. Like I was asked Monday, but by Tuesday we got the clearance, like, okay, it's a go. And I hadn't performed since February 16th and hadn't been able to, like, so I was like really getting back on my feet. So it was, it was really amazing to be able to be with the Queens and have that opportunity. Two of the ladies had never performed on such a big stage at the Music Box upstairs,
Nice.
So it was pretty cool. But the day before,
That's
I found out I had 2 ear infections. So it was something.
I
But
bet it sounds like a lot.
yeah, made it do what it do.
There
And then
you go.
yesterday, somebody hit my car and the whole rim came. I'm gonna send you the picture of that. This guy, I went to the laundromat because I'm like, I was tired of being laying down, laying around being sick. And I was like, let me just go to the laundromat. Sunday, it was the worst thing I could have did. This guy stole my washer that I had my basket right there, and the lady was holding it for me and bullied me. He had 5 t-shirts. It was a $7 washer. He had no reason to use that washer. Actually bullied me out of it. I got mad, but I'm like, I'm really trying not to be violent because as an activist, I push for us to not be violent towards each other.
Right.
But I really wanted to bust on him. Then came out, I guess somebody had backed into my car. I had pulled off, and then all of a sudden I heard all this crunching. My whole bumper and the thing around my tire was falling.
Wow.
Lost my keys. All happened in the same day. Lost my keys. Didn't realize they had fell off my thing. Threw them in a dryer. Then my brother sent somebody to come help me with the rim because my mechanic wasn't ready. And I'm sorry, y'all, because I usually don't do I haven't done what
No,
happened.
you good.
My bro sent somebody to come and check for me because of the guy. I had put it up on Facebook. And when I said this guy took my washer and was bullying me, the amount of people that was like, where you at? Are we coming up there? We bring in the posse. It was just like crazy. And I was like, let me take this down because y'all looking at the wrong thing. I said I need a mechanic. I just was telling the story. And since this gangbanger up there, the guy comes, he a mechanic. He brings no tools. He says, my bro tell him that I liked him. So he come in his whole jogging suit with all this Crip stuff. It started raining and the wind, like it just went a Wizard of Oz. Wind crazy, rain crazy. Like I'm holding onto my door. It's blowing my feet up in the air. So he like, can I get in your truck real quick? And I'm like, okay. He get in my truck. He like, you're so beautiful. Mind you, I look probably worse than I look right now, or probably like this. He like, you so beautiful. Like he told me you like me and I want to take you out. Like, let me get your number. And I'm like, look, can you take this thing off or whatever? Another guy had came for me. We like just cut it off. But the mechanic said, don't cut it off because we could reuse it. This nigga in there trying to get on with me, get my number, everything like that, telling me whatever. I ended up taking my own knife, cutting the thing off. Could have been gone. I had waited for him for like 30 minutes. And the guy said, yeah, we should just cut this off. I'm like, the mechanic said, don't cut it off. I ended up using my own weapons to cut it off. And he over here trying to get some ass. I was so furious. I said I should have stayed in the house. Everybody told me to stay in the bed the whole weekend, but I didn't. And then I woke up worse than I felt before I went.
Sometimes you got to listen to your body and get that rest.
It'd be
We're
so
always trying to be on the move, but when we sick, we got to rest. Have to.
It's so hard for me because I feel like I'm failing myself, like I need to be doing something. And I hadn't done laundry really because, I've been sick for weeks now. I've been in and out the hospital. So I'm like, I got to get some stuff done, whatever. And I just felt so guilty because I had been working on feeling better, and then found out, it's just been a mess. It's just been a mess.
Well, but we can't do what we need to do if we ain't feeling 100% though.
Truly, you're right. It's
Can't
me.
Be running around half-ass and shit, even though you feel like you letting yourself. You're not letting yourself down. You let yourself down when you ain't 100%.
But it's like, you as a parent, you already know. Like, as a a mother, a woman, like, it's like, oh, I got shit to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I guess we're brainwashed to be in that way, especially as women, especially as Black women. It's like, no weakness, you know what I'm saying? And I just like, I don't know. I feel guilty, like, all guilty. Like, I just cheated on, you know what I'm saying? Cheated on God type of thing. Like, I feel super, super guilty. But
I get it. Real men go through that same thing, because we got to provide and be there and be on the move and do this and do that. But sometimes if we ain't taking care of ourselves, then who go
right now,
take
I
care of
feel
people we
guilty.
take care of?
I feel guilty that I did go out yesterday, because now I just feel like, I didn't even go. I was like, I was gonna go to the gym today, but my ears feel so crazy. I'm like, I haven't had a ear infection since I was a little baby, and now I have two. It feels crazy, and you know what I'm saying? I'm taking care of myself, basically. My daughter, she does what she can, but it's like I'm the caretaker of everybody. So it's like, who take care of the caretaker,
Right. No, I get it. Well, let's get some flowers out. We can't do an episode without giving some flowers out. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to do flowers while they still here. Instead of being conditioned like so many of us are to give people flowers while they dead and gone, we like to give people flowers while they still here so they can smell those roses. My flowers this week is gonna go to you, man. I gotta give my flowers definitely got to go to you. The reason why I want to give you some flowers is because you be pushing through. And then like just hearing the story about filling in for Carlos, which was, a good thing, even though the circumstances, but just to have them think of you to fill in is a big honor. You know what I'm saying? So you still went and wasn't feeling the best, but you still went and did your thing. You know what I'm saying? I asked you to, do me a solid, and you kind of, was like, I got you, So I definitely want to give you your flowers. I don't want that to go unnoticed. That I do appreciate you for even sticking with it, and, coming on the podcast, still not feeling the best, and helping out when you can and helping other people when you can. But I do want to tell you, you have to take care of yourself. You have to. Sometimes it's not being selfish, because you got to make sure you good to help other people out, because that's just what you do. That's your spirit. So I definitely want to give you your flowers today. They are definitely well deserved. So giving you your flowers.
Thank you. I totally appreciate that. I want to give my flowers to Carlos Jones and his family and his team. Whatever, everything that's going on, I know it's not easy. And I know that people have stuff, and what people don't realize is like artists, creators, whatever like that, like the biggest artists, international artists, whatever, they have stuff, and people really don't realize sometimes how, because especially if you don't talk about it or post it or anything like that, how severe or whatever, even if it's small, man, no, who takes care of the caretaker? That's all I can say, and that's what one of our topics got. And I keep saying it because I know so much, and I know that people really need to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And so my flowers go to Carlos Jones and his family.
That's what's up. Flowers well deserved. All right, well let's get into it then. You keep teasing it. Let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into the show. Our first topic is, who is taking care of the caretakers? right? So
Yes.
what made you come up with that topic anyway?
I am a person that I'm always want to be there for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to take care of people. I see it. I see people taking care of their families, especially families if they have, you know, sickness and stuff like that. And you see these people work and go, you know, to the doctors and take care of and you know, and they do all these things. And so then I just really I saw a lady post and she was saying, you know, it's okay to take care of yourself. It's not selfish. And I remember writing something like that, like it is very selfless to take care of yourself because you have to take care of yourself first to make sure your family is good. So I'm like, but in the moment of doing that, you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of your family, you're taking care of your family members, you're making sure your husband or boyfriend, everybody is good, you're doing your work, you're doing all these things.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it still goes back to you're taking care of yourself, right? No one is taking care of you because everybody's depending on you, you know? And so I see this lady, I'm at the, you know, when I was in the hospital and her daughter hired her a caretaker. Well, the caretaker had a family and the caretaker was taking care of the mother, which was a very abusive to the caretaker. She's very old, but you know what I'm saying? How older people, she's dementia or something. But she had
They get real mean.
yeah. So she's taking care of the caretaker. She's on the phone trying to tell her daughter, like, okay, you know, dinners and she's doing all these things or whatever like that. Mind you, the daughter is right there. The mother needed water. The daughter, like, mommy wants water, and it's another other. You could see this lady is drained. Drained. And I know that feeling. And since I've been in therapy, my therapist was saying, I always make myself overly available for people. I'm always like, I used to do extra, just work for people, like before they even ask me, not like when people ask me, I'll be like, oh, well, you need this. You know what? Well, you're doing this. Let me do this, or let me do this, or let me do this, let me do that. And what I realized is I'll reach out to people like, I'm so sick, and nobody has knocked my door. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has said, oh, do you need me to bring you something or whatever, you know? And I'm lying. 2 people have. Like, do you need anything? But they stick themselves, you know what I'm saying? But like the people that I used to be like running for the border for, you know what I'm saying? Overly doing it, like, oh, okay, well, I'll do this. I'm making schedules for their schedules, making sure it was good. Males, females, whatever. And I was just sitting there like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting up, I'm making my own tea. I have to make my own food. I have to do these things. And I'm thinking about, like, you know, I do massages as well. I don't know if you know that, but I do massages or whatever. And I was doing my one client and she turned into a rubber band. And she was just like, oh my God, like I pay to get massages all the time. And she was like, I've never been taken care of like this, you know. And when I do my massages, I do front and back. I do face, head, toes, toenails, in between the toes. Afterwards, I cover you up. I put socks on you. I put a eye mask over you. I prepare you fruit, and I make sure you have water in or tea. And that's how all my massages go, female or males. Like, you know, you get everything. And she was like, they always just do my back. I pay all this money. I do this and all. And she was just like, boom. But she was very emotional, and I was like, you know, and she takes care of everybody. And I'm like, the way she was so emotional during the massage let me know that she wasn't being taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And so then I just came up with that. As soon as you called me, that was like, boom, I knew it was going to be that. Who is taking care of the caretaker? Who is taking care of the husband and the wife that's taking care of their heart disease, cancer, lupus person, you know what I'm saying, who is taking care of them when they are trying to be there and watching these things and watching the sickness and, you know, listening to doctors saying, hey, there's nothing else we can do, or who is
Right.
taking care of them. When I went to the hospital, the ambulance were horrible. They were so horrible to me. They basically, like, they didn't even put me in a chair or on a bed or nothing, no machines. They were rude. I told the hospital, they like, yeah, people keep complaining about them, but y'all still hiring them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's crazy. Half the nurses are young and wretched or don't care. Like, who is taking care of the caretakers? You know, who's looking out for them? Who is rubbing their food? Who is letting them know that it's going to be okay? And that was basically the reason why I wanted to bring up this subject. So what do you think?
I don't have an answer. I don't think anybody is taking care of the caretakers. Truthfully, I mean, you know, there's so many people that, you know, are in that field as a caretaker. And I know 9 times out of 10, they don't, you know, no one's taking care of them because they're taking care of somebody else. Then they probably have a family at home and they take care of that family. So 9 times out of 10, I don't think anybody taking care of the caretakers. I mean, how do you even do a better job at that? You know what I'm saying? Because does it have to just be like, to be a caretaker, does it have to be someone that's taking care of like somebody that's sick, or you know what I'm saying? Like, is that because like
No, parents. Think about
caretakers
the
too?
parents.
You know
That's
what I'm
why we
saying?
did it first. Yeah.
I mean, nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, and it's not a complaint or anything. You know, I do what I need to do, like you do what you need to do. But I mean,
Right.
no one's really taking care of the caretakers at all. So you talking about that, and you know, I wanted to bring up boundaries, right? Because like I told you, I didn't know if I was gonna bring it up, but now you making me bring it up with this caretaker. Because like we don't have an answer for that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no solution, there's no answer to that. I mean, you know, you gotta check on your strong people and you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that, because most of the caretakers are that strong individual that look after other people, that you know, listen to, you know, and be their, you know, unlicensed therapists, or always there to answer that phone, answer that call, and you know, give that advice and to console that person and to give motivation and give that positive feedback to. But with the boundaries thing, do you think boundaries change as you get older, or do you think the boundaries stay the same?
They change.
They have to change. You know what I'm saying? Because
drastically too.
and I think it is drastic because like I am, because like I've always had boundaries, but I think I'm changing some to make it even more for self. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, unfortunately I got a phone call yesterday and I looked and I'm like, I can't get that energy today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't, and you know, as bad as I felt, it was like I had to look out for myself. Like, and when you talking about your therapist, my therapist was like, "You about to be pouring from an empty cup, like literally pouring from an empty cup if you don't set new boundaries."
Yeah.
Like she was like, "You do so much and you there for everybody else, but who is being there for you when you need that person?"
No,
You know what
really.
I'm saying? Like who is, you know, who is those, you know, because she made a valid point. She was like, who are those females in your life that will hit you up and be like, hey, let me get little mama, let me go take her to, you know what I'm saying, just hang out or go to the mall, or just to give you some, you know, some you time, just even if it is just sitting on the couch watching a TV show, or taking her to, hey, let's go. You know, I'm gonna take her to go get her nails done. You ain't even gotta worry about it. I got it. You know, she was like, who are those people that are there for you? Who is your village? Like, you know, you technically have a village, but it's small to where you really almost, the village is almost non-existent. You know what I'm saying? Who is that person that's
Do we
making
got
sure?
therapy?
And you say what?
I said, do we got the same therapist?
Mhm.
Like same, like she was really saying this a lot of this similar stuff to me. Like, where's your tribe? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she was like, "You gonna have to set some new boundaries." Like she was like, stop, being that person that always text somebody and check on them." And she was like, "Cause who check on you? Like she was like, if I ain't heard," she said, "if I don't hear from somebody in like a couple months, 3 months, we really ain't friends."
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "But you go out your way to send a text and just be like, hey, hope all is well. Like I ain't heard from you in a minute. Hope everything is good. You know what I'm saying? Is everything
Do
good?"
that.
Checking on people.
Mhm.
So hold on. So like she was like, "Who is doing that for you though?" She was like, "You can't keep texting all these people in the morning and making sure they good and making sure that they go well, but and then like, what are they doing for you?" You know what I'm saying? She was like, "You got to set them new boundaries because you need that as well." Because she like, "You about to pour from an empty cup, like, and you can't keep doing what you doing if your cup empty." She was like, "Sometimes you gotta hit ignore." And I was like, "No, I know that. And sometimes I do hit ignore." She was like, "But then you can't feel guilty about it either. You just gotta keep it moving because if you have nothing to pour into anybody else, then you know what I'm saying? Like how are you even good for your daughter or yourself if your cup is empty?"
Yeah, true. Excuse me. Yes, that is so true.
Yeah.
That's
So
so true. So boundaries definitely change, and I've seen it. Even I find myself fighting back to be a part of those friends that I don't talk to from. I mean, I'm talking about even my sisters. You know what I'm saying? And like, if you can go months without talking to me, but you know what's crazy? We sit around missing people that know exactly where we are, know exactly how to get in contact with us. Same way. You know what I'm saying? Like we sit around and miss them and mourn the relationships, even reach out to them, and we might link them or whatever like that, and then still they never link us again. And they know where we are, they know where we live, maybe they know our numbers, they can contact us on social media, see us or whatever like that. That I yesterday I said that to myself and I cried. Like I literally miss people that know exactly what I am and know exactly how to get in contact with me. That is craziness.
no, it is because it's like we can't keep mourning them people. You know what I'm saying? Like if they can't reach out to you knowing you got a lot of stuff going on, but you always reach out to them to make sure they good and to check on them and to make sure everything's okay with they situation where they at. And if they ain't checking on you, what's the point? Like why are we pouring into other people's cup when we barely got any in our cup?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to go out of my way to hang out with people and stuff like that, but then when you make make something and you make plans and then they cancel on you, "Oh yeah, I forgot." Like, what you mean? Like, there's no way you made those plans with those people before you made plans with me. So like, don't sit here and do that and then want to be like, "Oh well, I'm not supposed to be waiting around." Nobody said you're supposed to be waiting around. What? Like, that don't even make no sense. Like, basically, don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it. All right, we ain't gotta never kick it. Period. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta kick it no more. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Like new boundaries on these people. Like, no, don't sit there and say you my best friend because that one thing is you not. Best friends don't do best friends like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can say one thing about my dude Jay Luke and Twine, and you know what I'm saying. Like they make sure, like especially Twine, "Hey, what's going on, man? What's up? You good? Checking on you. And then my dude Jay Luke, we both busy, but when we able to hang out, we go do lunch or something and laugh and talk and just get some stuff off our chest or whatever. And that's what best friends is for. Like the one only want to reach out. "Oh man, I'm, not feeling that good, or I got this going on and this going on, man. I can't keep letting people bring me down because they down. Like
No,
if you ain't trying to do better for yourself, man, I can't keep pouring my empty cup into yours, trying to fill you up when you ain't trying to fill your own cup.
no, it's really hard, and it's even devastating. You know what I'm saying? And but it's like you have to accept it. You know, one thing that I think we as a people, like, especially when you're a lover, because like you're Cancer, right?
Mhm.
I'm a Scorpio. We water signs. You know what I'm saying? One thing we have to understand is one thing that human beings can't live without is water because we're half water, majority water, right? And sometimes people want to soak up that from us. You know what I'm saying? They need it. You know, they need that part of us. And by us being who we are, sometimes we give a little bit too much of ourselves. And then we feel a way about it. And what we have to do is really understand that we are who we are. We have what we have, and who's supposed to be there will be there, and who not, we have to learn to be okay with that.
Yep,
And that's
absolutely.
not easy. It's not easy.
Mm-mm.
I mentioned last week, I have a tendency of holding on past the due date. I really, really do. I love so hard. Like I do. I used to say stuff like when I was younger, because I was, in pain. I used to say, I love you hard and I'll cut you deep. But I love hard. If I love you, I love you. And that's what it is. Like I love hard and deep and powerful. And that's just who I am. I'm okay with it. I know that. But I have to learn that when it hits the expiration date,
Gotta throw that shit out.
throw it out. And that's the one thing about me. Like I hold on. Like I hold on more than I hold on to relationships. Like if I'm in a relationship and it's going bad, I'm like this. I'm good. I'll miss you, but I can look you dead in your face every day and not show any type of, but friends and like family type thing, trust me, it is, or like business. Oh my gosh. I'm devastated for a long time. And it's trauma because I'm like my mother. I'm different than my mother. So it's like I knew, no, okay, whatever. I can throw a relationship away faster than I can walk away from somebody that I call friend and or family. Like
So can I. Yep, I'm the exact same way. When I know it's done, it's a wrap, man. When I clock out, I'm clocked out. You know what I'm saying? They still might be clocked in, but I'm gone. I already been off the clock. I'm out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a wrap. Like, I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with you. I'm not about to, defend myself or anything. Like, I know what I'm worth, what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? And I know what I bring to the table, but sometimes we got to reevaluate the friendships and make sure they are bringing something to the table and not just using us for that energy and that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta make those new boundaries.
And that we're not allowing, because sometimes people don't know that they're using you. Sometimes we are allowing ourselves to be misused, and that's like, because we can say, oh, that person used us, but if you made yourself overly available, if you let you let them come in your house at 3:00 in the morning, you let them call you at all these times, you let people dump on you, and they're like, well, you never said it was a problem. So they're like, what? Why are you saying that I'm doing this when that's not what I'm doing? And they're really not doing it. We're allowing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I had to come to terms with. Like, this person did not do this to me. This is what I allowed to be done to me, friendship wise or whatever, because I never set the boundary. I never set a boundary for this, that, and that. I let this person disappear, come back in, disappear, come back. Oh, hey, friend. oh friend, let me, borrow, let me do this. Can you take it? Can you babysit? Can you do all these things? And then disappear and then come back, but never saying, hey, I don't like when you do that. You know what I'm saying? Or that's not cool or whatever. Until I feel away. And now, so me holding myself accountable for some of my situations, it wasn't really their fault for real that I didn't set the boundary when I was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't like to talk about that part. You know what I'm saying? People like to talk about how they were made to feel, but at the same time, people don't want to talk about how you kind of made this bed. So now either lie in it or set the boundary. And then, now when you set the boundary, it's like you being funny, you moving funny, you acting different, you doing this or whatever. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Like I used to be out. I used to be moving. I used to have to be in the scene, be up, whatever, like that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm looking like I'm supporting people that don't even support me. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be at everybody party, everybody show. Make sure I do this. Make sure you take up the mic. Make sure. And I'm looking like, and some of these same people wouldn't even buy a ticket to my show. Things, just the thing, the boundaries. I'm still working on learning how to use them.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. Boundaries. Like we need that big across the board, like right there. Like, damn, that boundaries.
No, absolutely.
I don't know how to use them, but I'm learning, and they're very different. It's certain stuff that I never let people say to me. Certain ways I don't let people talk to me. I'm at the point right now. If I don't want to hear it, if I don't want to, and it's no disrespect. Okay, so I had a situation with one of the ladies that support me in reggae.
Mm-hmm.
When I finally got together, because they thought they were gonna have to call the ambulance for me.
Mm-hmm.
I go out to the floor and I just want to love on everybody. So she turns around, bum, 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 and she was like, I just have one note for you. I have one thing I just want you to do. And I was like, oh, she was like, such and such, next time do this. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, my coach taught me that, I'm like, right now, I just want to love on you. And she like, yeah, because this. And I was like, okay, well, I don't really want to be critiqued right now. I just got off the stage and I just dealt with some real serious shit. I'm just trying to love on you. She like, am I offending you? And I'm like, no, you're not offending me. I'm just telling you, I really don't want to be critiqued right now. You got my number. You can call me tomorrow. We could talk about it. Call me on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. She like, oh, and threw her hand up in my face. Well, forget everything I said. And she turned her back. And in my not so personality, I wanted to grab her by the back of her curls and don't ever throw your hand up in my face. But I just dealt with something. So I tapped her on the shoulder. I said, don't do that to me. I said, don't ever do that to me. I'm like, I have a right to say I don't want to right now. So it bothered me all night. And the next morning I woke up and I sent her 3 voice notes. I said, greetings, my love. I said, I just want to say, last night you really offended me when you threw your hand up in my face. I said, you giving me notes and everything like that. You're an entertainer yourself. I welcome creative critique, anytime somebody's giving it to me. But we were in a room of 300 people. I had just went through something traumatic after coming off a stage feeling very great. And I just wanted to love on you because I hadn't seen you, I said, but for you to throw your hand up in my face, that could have went a whole another blood clot way. I said, and I don't appreciate you doing that. And so I'm like, I have a right to say, I don't want to hear this right now.
Not right now. We'll talk tomorrow.
I don't want to hear about your man. If I don't want to hear you talking about somebody or whatever like that, I have the right to say, I don't like this. And those are my boundaries right now. But he starts sending me this 15 paragraph long, just text message. I said, I'm not reading that. But the whole thing, her text message, I did this and all I said was, You're not holding yourself accountable for what I said offended me.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff you talking didn't bother me. I'm telling you what offended me, and you're still whining and crying about this, that, and the other thing. So I said, I'm not reading this. I meant it. They're still in my box. I haven't read them. She sent some more messages. I didn't even open them up because you're playing victim now for no reason. I wasn't rude. I wasn't, and
Right.
my whole point is I have the right to say, not right now. No, I don't want to talk about people. No, I'm not putting nobody down. And I don't care what the situation is. I have the right to say no. I have the right to say I don't feel like it. I have the right to say I don't
Not
want
now.
to hear it. You know,
Mhm.
so I think that's one of my greatest boundaries. If I feel like somebody's moving in a certain way I don't like, I have a right to say that. I have a right to let you know how I feel or how you make me feel. Whether you accept it or not, or you want to hear it, that's not my problem. You know, if you get offended of me saying, hey, you made me feel this way, then there's nothing I could do about it, you know? And that's something I'm learning. It still makes me feel bad because this person is making it like I'm making them feel bad, even though that's
Right.
not my intentions.
Right.
But that's what I'm learning right now.
No,
And
absolutely.
it's not easy. Boundaries setting is not easy.
No, but we have to set them and we got to follow through with them too. Like set some new boundaries for yourself. Always continue to set different boundaries because you know what you want to deal with, you know what you don't want to deal with. So, as we age, boundaries will change. Boundaries will get even stricter on people, but it is what it is to make sure we keep our peace and keep our cups full because that's where they need to be. We got to set new boundaries, so absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, you was talking about the caregivers that made me go into that boundaries because like I think that was something we needed to touch on and and get through. So yeah, definitely. Absolutely. I think that's a good time to take our one and only sponsor break since we ain't gonna be here too long. We ain't gonna be in front of you too long, but we'll definitely do our one and only sponsor break. Make sure we pay some bills. Don't go nowhere. More Just Therapy, more BBC, and you already know who I am. And I'm taking us to break, baby.
Primal Screen in Kent, Ohio. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Quality work, on time, fair prices. For more information, call 330-677-1766. Again, 330-677-1766. Or check us out online, primalscreenprinting.com. If you mention a podcast, you get 5% off. Peace.
Custom Design Aquariums, where we bring your aquatic dreams to life. With your help, using your imagination, together, we will turn your home or office into a peaceful getaway. For a free consultation, call 330-475-5181 or contact us by email at customdesignaqua@gmail.com. Once again, that is customdesignaqua@gmail.com. Mention this podcast and get 5% off.
Yo, it is another beautiful Monday evening, and you already know what I'm about to tell you about. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. They have 3 locations. First location is in Cuyahoga Falls. I don't have the addresses in front of me, so you're gonna have to know. All right, but they got 3 locations. First one is in Cuyahoga Falls. That is their main location, first open. Then they got another location in downtown Akron, across the street from Rubber Duck Stadium. And then their third location is in Stowe, Ohio. So make sure you stop by any of those locations, ask for the owner, Brad Cover, mention Just Therapy, the podcast, and receive a 10% discount. The one thing I do love about the downtown location has to be the beer wall. They got 36 glorious taps of wine, ale, IPAs, whatever you can think of, is on that wall. You go in there, you put money on a card, take the card, walk up to the taps, and start pouring as much beer or wine or ale as your heart desires. I'm sure if you get there now, they probably got some green beer on stock. Another thing I love about Twisted Tomato Pizzeria is that they cater to your taste buds. Yes, I said it. They cater to your taste buds. So whatever you order, specialty, non-specialty, it's always done the way that you like. All right. And always so delicious. Yes. So when you come check them out, make sure you mention Just Therapy, the podcast, to the owner, Brad Cover, and receive that 10% discount. And never forget, if it's pizza, it's possible. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. Yes, indeed. And we are back. Yes, we are. Yes. And coming up real soon, I got a show coming up. It is in Northfield, Ohio. I cannot read that tiny screen, but it is going to be a great show. I am celebrating my 16 years of doing comedy at this show, so make sure you come out. You can buy tickets online or at the door. Make sure you go to my Facebook. The link is on my Facebook page. You got to scroll down a little bit and look for the events. But it will be $25 at the door, $45 for comedy and dinner. It's going to be catered, so make sure you check that out if you want to eat or eat before, all right? But doors open at 7. Showtime is at 8 p.m. on the dot. I got Tone hosting and Jen featuring, and of course, I am headlining, celebrating 16 years in the comedy business. So make sure you come check it out. It's going to be a special night for me. I'm going to enjoy myself, have a whole bunch of laughs, and have my therapy session on that stage. Make sure you come check it out. Live comedy in Northfield, Ohio. So it's in between Cleveland and the Akron area. So it's right there. You can't say it ain't local and all that stuff. Everybody be asking me, when are you doing another local show? Well, here it is. Make the drive, make the trek. Come celebrate 16 years of comedy for myself. It's going to be a good time. And of course, got some funny ass comics on the bill as well. So make sure you check that out. All right. And we are all the way back. Nice. All right, last topic for the evening. Let's get right into it. We're doing your thoughts. So, I am a person that really don't watch the news. I don't do a lot of news because the news is a lot of sad information. So, me being who I am, I've never really watched the news, even when I was younger. Only time I will watch is like for the weather or for, sports real quick. But the news just be all over the place. So, but I was in my car about to get out, and I turned the radio on real quick, and I heard this story. Okay, I don't know if you hip to this yet, sis, but there is a lady in Detroit. Okay, 5 kids, and she's homeless. Okay. She has a vehicle. She has a van. So they were sleeping in the van because she is homeless. She has reached out to her county and the state for assistance several times. Okay. I guess, unfortunately, one of the nights they were in the van, 2 of the 5 kids passed away in the van. We don't know if it was carbon monoxide because she leaves the car running so she can have heat. Okay. But two of the five passed away. All right. So the city of Detroit got together and got some funds together to get her into a house. Okay. But now they want to charge her with the two kids' death, which to me is flat out ignorant. Children Family Services and the county or whatever they got up there has several documentation of her asking for assistance, doing what she needed to do to get assistance, and no one was able to help her. But now you want to charge her with two of her kids' death, and instead of helping her heal at this time, so you want to charge her and then not have the other three kids have a parent, right? Because of this unfortunate mishap. She didn't, take the kids out. You know what I'm saying? She tried to do everything she could to protect her kids, to make sure they had a roof over their head. And the only thing she was able to do was to have a van. Okay. You got people on the street, with kids, things like that, and they're asking for help, but then you don't help them. But now you want to turn around and charge her with the deaths of her two kids. Like, how crazy is that? Sis, your thoughts on that?
Oh my God, I'm so devastated. That fucked me up. I think it's the worst thing in the world. And what happens is there's so many people out here asking for help. I mean, I know some people that are okay with being homeless. They told me, like, no, I don't want to deal with none of this shit, But this lady, like, times are hard right now. And if you got 4 children, trying to find work, these people say they're hiring, but they're not hiring, or they're not paying enough. Rent is out of control. So much to the point where you're like, okay, we just got to live in our van. And I need help. And you're constantly asking. And this tragic thing happens to stress on the kids, whatever the situation is. Kids, like, they feeling stressed, embarrassed. They're seeing their parents stressed. This lady has been through tragic to lose 2 children. And could you imagine the blame she is already putting on herself as a mom? And then you come and say, okay, well, we think this was your fault. This is how the system is failing us. The system is failing. The system failed her. The system failed the kids because the help is there. If y'all could send over $80 million, whatever the shit, over to all these other countries, if y'all could build all these stadiums and like, I know she was fighting too. They're supposed to help. They're supposed to help. And I think they just don't want to take the blame. And I hope that with all the paperwork, everything that she put in, I hope people that she went to and wherever, churches, pay, what is it? Section 8, not food stamp, wherever she went, I hope these people stand up for her. No, she was asking for help. Because they can't give you, if you don't have a residence, they're not going to give you, we can't give you food stamps and stuff because you don't have a residence for us to send the paperwork to, whatever like that. Like, oh my God.
I couldn't even imagine what she's going through right now. When I heard the story, I instantly just started praying for her. You know what I'm saying? Because I know God can definitely work this out and get the glory for this tragedy. I mean, it's crazy because I just can't fathom them trying to charge her with this, knowing her situation.
2 children.
Losing 2 kids. Now the other 3 kids don't have these 2 siblings. And now their mom is being charged with the death of their 2 siblings. Like, come on. And like you said, we always want to help somebody else, right? We
Yeah.
always want to help somebody else, but we never help who is here at home.
Yeah.
And it just
And
baffles me sometimes.
where are the Johnny Cochrans? Where's somebody that will take her case pro bono? Where are those, the Al Sharptons? Where are they? Are they hearing about this? Do they know about this? We need somebody to step up and really, really fight for her.
Absolutely.
She couldn't possibly have the energy to fight for herself. And of course, they helped her get a place. So of course she doesn't have the financial to pay a lawyer to fight for her. Oh my God, send me that information. Because we need to, and it's in Detroit.
Yeah, in Detroit. I had to look up the story. Like I said, I heard it on the radio and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I couldn't even look up the story because it was just so heartbreaking that she has to go through this and her kids got to go through this. It's but I'll definitely look up the story and send it to you because they got her name and everything. And they literally trying to charge her for it. But I'm definitely
advocating for her.
Yeah, definitely got to stay up on that story.
Yeah. Damn, that's just fucked up.
Yeah, man. Because when I heard that, I was like, wow. Are they really trying to do that? Why would they? That just makes no sense. Why would you literally try to charge her with this incident? There's no way. And then I'm glad that she has all that documentation and they have the documentations. And they even, when I was hearing the story, they even said the people she was reaching out to help for was wait, how are you charging her? She's actually been trying to go through the steps to get the help. And we just didn't have room at the time, but she has been on it and been trying to do what she needs to do to help her family. And now you want to charge her with this? They were literally, from what I hear, sticking up for her.
Wow.
And she definitely needs that. Definitely, if you're a praying person, please pray for this lady out of Detroit. That God works this out because there's no way she deserves to be in jail or be charged with this at all. Because if they do that, then the other 3 kids they go into the system and they don't need to be in the system. And that's just building more trauma onto those kids, man.
Where's her family?
I do not know. I don't know. Absolutely. Listen, Couchers, I appreciate y'all tuning in. For some reason, I can't even see the comment section on the app. I've been trying to scroll through it. So if you've commented on the actual Just Therapy page, I apologize. For some reason, it's not showing up on my end. I just don't have the comment button to even see the comments. It's not like they're not showing up.
Yeah, it's not showing up for me either.
Right, and if you commented on my personal page, I am running through the phone, so there's no way I can even, read what the comments are if you are on my personal page. So, but definitely big shout out to y'all for sticking with us and tuning in and chiming in. If you are chiming in, make sure you continue to do so because you already know this is the world's best interactive podcast. Just not today because I had to use the phone. So, but yeah, keep sticking with us. But horrible story out of Detroit, man. So make sure you pray for that lady. Pray for everybody that's hurting, man. And going through some stuff and grieving because grief is one of those things that can kind of take a person out. So make sure you definitely, if you're a praying person, pray for people, man. It don't hurt.
Yeah.
All the extra prayers always help. I promise you that. So, but yeah, man, that just I hate to bring it down on that note at the end, but man, that hearing that story was it was just leave this lady alone. You know what I'm saying? She already suffering enough. You know what I'm saying? So, Yep, but it is that time to wrap up. I told you we wasn't gonna be in front of you too much longer, so we go ahead and give you that close. Excuse me. Come on. Oh, so big shout out to Lil Mama. She went to her first. Well, actually, we both did. We both went to our first ballet yesterday. We got to see Peter Pan, courtesy of our church having some extra tickets. They made sure we got 2 tickets as well, and we sat and enjoyed the ballet. And it was. I got to practice. She got to practice yesterday when we came home. But it was an amazing show, man. Oh my! And then just to see these young students showing out and showing up and putting on an amazing ballet. It was definitely worth it, man. Definitely worth seeing. 2 backflips. Yep. And yeah, they had a couple boys out there doing the ballet and doing the backflips, and it was really, really a good ballet. It was Peter Pan done right, ballet style. So it was dope, man. If you ever get a chance to check it out, make sure you check it out. So we did that yesterday. So, all right, time to get up out of here and hit you with our clothes. You already know our clothes is something you can ponder on. Yeah. And so the next time you see us on Just Therapy, the podcast on Facebook and YouTube Live, or hear us next day on Spotify. So you've closed this evening, something you can ponder on. Thank you, baby. I like you doing that. Yeah. All right. So no, come on, get out of here. I'm good. So you're closed this evening. I'm gonna bring one of them old ones back. I know sis bowed out. She wasn't feeling the best. But if she come back, I'll bring her in. But your close this week is FAIL. Yes, FAIL. You gotta remember, FAIL stands for first attempt in learning. Don't beat yourself up because you failed at something. Keep pushing, keep trying, because it is your first attempt in learning. Take that with you. Tell somebody else. Tell somebody at work. Don't worry about failing because it's your first attempt in learning. Spread it. Spread the word, man. It ain't mine. So we got to spread it to everybody. Spread that positivity. Spread that encouragement. Be a positive light to everybody around you. We need that kindness and that positivity. So do that for your boy. And we will see you next week, God willing, with another episode with some new topics, and we will get it in. Listen, I know sis always say, if no one has told you today, I love you, I'm rooting for you, and keep it pushing. I don't know if it's like that. I always forget what it's like. But as always, you know what I'm going to hit you with. One thing you can never get back is time. And I want to thank you for spending your time with us on the couch. We will see you next week. Everybody have a blessed week. See you next week, God willing, and we are out.
MICAH Beats activated.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit, from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go.